There's a place at the table for every animal to eat in undisturbed comfort.
No soup with buffet.
With various kinds of grain stored in glass-lined steel silos, this completely automated, centralized feeding layout is the culmination of a dream, where through push-button control, stored feeds are ground, mixed and transported to the cattle feeding troughs by an auger system.
I've a dream like this. Or maybe it was a cartoon.
This operation typifies the efforts of feedlot operators to provide better feed at lower cost.
I think I've been to this restaurant. It's in a Walmart.
Metropolitan areas of consumption. There is a growing trend to locate plants in areas of supply. To ensure quality for the benefit of the consumer, federal inspectors examine and certify each carcass at the packing plant.
Carcass inspector.
Beef, like other meats, varies some in quality. Inspection and identification ensures that each carcass is placed in the proper grade. By this means, when the purchaser buys choice beef, he gets choice beef. And if a lesser quality is satisfactory, it is so identified.
It's a new reality TV show.
Grading is based on the qualification of the entire carcass, and labeling is done in such a way that each cut will bear the mark of the grade.
I like the miscellaneous anatomy carcass in the back there.
This mark is the consumer's guarantee of wholesomeness and quality.
Oh, don't try to dress it up. You're examining dead cow.
Possibly no one has done a better job to cater to the consumer's taste and demands than the packing industry.
Just wait for the swimsuit
Consistency
competition.
of quality, convenience features, and emphasis on tenderness are paramount points followed meticulously by the packing industry. The history of meat packing is a story of steady advancement from its very beginning. Marked progress in the industry results from improvements in mechanization, advances in refrigeration, and important developments in refrigerated transportation.
Backers,
In
woo!
temperature-controlled mechanical refrigerated railroad cars, wholesale cuts of meat, halves, quarters, and special cuts are transported from packer to retailer.
The amazing dead cow inspector.
Today, a pound of meat travels an average of 1,000 miles from the open plains to the kitchen range.
In an age
To
before
provide more
vegetarian.
flexible service to the retailer, specially built refrigerated trailer vans are equipped to handle meat and are an important factor in fast, modern transportation. The flexibility of the trailer van at points of origin and delivery is supplemented by the dependability of the railroad for the major haul and represents a real improvement in an expedited refrigerated transportation service.
Move all the fat to the front of the truck so we can fit more in.
A large number of these mechanically refrigerated trailer vans augments Union Pacific's fleet of thousands of refrigerated railroad cars, operating under the banner of the Pacific Fruit Express, the acme of dependability in refrigerated transportation.
Calling it fruit
The last
doesn't
link in the chain
disguise
of
the
production
truth.
is the retailer,
You
but
know.
his knowledge of cutting rests much in the success of the meat business. Basic cuts from a hind quarter of beef are the flank, the sirloin tip, the loin, and the round.
Or big booty, as we call it.
Good cutting enhances the quality of good meat. In his way, the meat cutter is an artist. Poor cutting results in an inferior piece of meat, regardless of quality.
Hey, serial killers need teeth too.
From the sirloin tip, we get popular cuts of meat.
Nobody can tell we just picked this one up from the side of the road.
Attached to the flank is the suet, a byproduct. From this end of the carcass comes stew meat and ground beef, both good American family standbys.
Ah, miscellaneous cuts. My favorite.
While choice cuts of meat are more publicized, the secondary cuts are just as nutritious, and in the hands of a good cook, any beef is capable of producing gastronomic miracles.
Miracles like not puking your guts out watching
In the
this.
loin are the top cuts, the porterhouse, T-bone, and sirloin.
Don't forget the head cheese.
The forequarter contains less glamorous meat, and this fact is reflected in the price.
It all
Basic
looks
cuts
so
are
good.
The chuck, the shank, the brisket, the plate, and the rib.
Pacific heavily invested in the
All
featuring
meats, none
industry back.
excels beef for versatility, both as to character of meat and adaptability in a variety of types of cooking the world over. And nothing excels beef for its individual flavor and its ability to transmit this flavor to a wide range of related dishes. Is there anything that meets with more popular favor than rich beef gravy on fluffy mashed potatoes?
Pizza combo jello for one.
Now, the rib and the plate are removed. From the shank come soup bones and crosscuts that may range from the making of virile soups to delicate consommes.
Or Slim Jims, for the discerning gourmet.
Next comes the brisket. And if your palate doesn't call for corned beef and cabbage, maybe you'd prefer a pastrami sandwich.
Anyone for steak tartare?
From the plate comes America's favorite, short ribs of beef. And the rib section gives us the highly regarded standing rib roast.
If you have to use a power saw to cut your steak, you may be doing something wrong.
Ground beef and a variety of lower-priced roasts, such as the popular arm pot roasts and boneless chuck roasts. All the roasts are noted for fine flavor and are best cooked by moist heat. It takes long cooking to bring out the excellent flavor and good texture.
It's enough to make you forget you're chewing dead cow. And he throws the steak away back.
In any discussion of steaks, the sirloin is always near the top of the list in a wide variety of tender, succulent beef. Most Americans, a choice steak is a symbol of good living, and rightly so. However, a steer isn't all steak or even all meat. A 1,000-pound steer will dress out a carcass weighing about 590 pounds. When this is cut up, there will be approximately 465 pounds of available meat of all kinds, less than half of the original weight of the steer. Here's another American favorite, lean, juicy round steak, rich in protein and nourishment. Some people enjoy round steak broiled, but many housewives prefer to prepare it as Swiss steak. The round also makes top ground beef.
Hey, Purina has to get their protein from somewhere.
Merchandising involves individual packaging of individual cuts in a transparent wrap.
Transparent wrap, like vanilla ice.
They'll never be able to put the cow back together after this.
By this type of packaging, high standards of sanitation are maintained and counter life is increased.
Industry.
Each package is weighed and priced accordingly.
This reminds
While
me
meat
way
is a
too
basic
much of
item
my
in our
first
daily
job.
diet, it does face some competition from other food lines. Eye appeal is an important factor in selling more meat. The attractive refrigerated display case filled with packages of rich red meat encourages the prospective purchaser to buy meat and enables selection to be made easily and quickly. The housewife likes the freedom of wide choice, and she gets exactly what she wants. Although meat is perhaps the most popular form of protein in the average diet in this country, meat interests do not depend on this popularity alone to sell meat. Retailers, wholesalers, packers, cattle associations, and the American Meat Institute are continually carrying on advertising, promotional and educational campaigns designed to increase our consumption of meat in general and beef particularly.
I don't know what a meat institute is, but I know I want to attend classes there.
Big Brother is watching
Proud of its
beef.
heritage as the beef state and isn't bashful about promoting its leading product. There is an old saying that youth will be served, and certainly one good way to win youthful approval is to have a hamburger barbecue. Juicy broiled hamburgers with just the right touch of charcoal flavor from the fire have become an American institution.
Along with keeping... Yeah. refried hamburgers.
Even the appetizing process of broiling the hamburgers is fun and promotes friendship and good fellowship.
How many cocktails have you had?
Suburban living never looked so good.
Again, I'd be
Just
more
the
hungry
elegant
looking
aroma
at this
of
if
that
I
ground
hadn't
beef
just
picking
seen
up
how
added
it's made.
flavor from the fire is enough to give everybody the firm idea that it's time to eat.
I'll just have a salad. Serving hamburgers, yeah!
And later, a Pat Boone special on TV.
And of course, the best part is in the eating, with compliments for the cook for a job well done.
This music is like those people in stores and malls with nonsense.
Plus, going back for seconds, which turns out to be as much fun as going for firsts.
We're having fun, aren't we, Jerry? You know it.
An old sourdough steak barbecuer may work with a little more flair, and the character of the meat may be different, but the basic elements are the same.
Endless dead cow.
And Father enjoys making like a cook in his own backyard, particularly with some premium sirloin like these entrancing pieces of meat, cut specially thick for those aficionados who like their meat rare.
Someday he'll be allowed back in the house.
Genius at work is right, and it's nice work if you can get it. All the guests agree, too.
Was everyone back then 80 years old?
The moment of truth comes when the stakes are turned, because once turned, there's no turning back.
What a great point! We've had a lot of fun, but I'm actually pretty hungry now.
For steak,
No, for pizza combo jello. This would be easier to see if everything was kind of gray.
No dinner bell is needed to call this chow line into action, and it's quite a strain on masculine discipline to observe the rule of ladies first. Anticipation, in this case, cannot possibly be greater than realization.
See you at the key party later? You bet, Helen. See you at the key party later? You bet, Hank.
that close-up of his face really added value to this scene.
He knows when he's got a good thing. Beef really does ring the bell.
They cut away just before his massive coronary.
I'm pretty sure Son of the Cabo didn't want to be in this thing.
Department of Traffic? What? Train traffic? I need to brush my teeth now, excuse me.